Hello, it is a brand new year. And do you know how many leads you're going to need the coming year to achieve your real estate goals? If not, check out this video. I'm going to show you exactly how many leads you're going to need to achieve your goals and help you build a marketing plan to achieve that. Check this out. Hey everyone, this is Kevin Smullin with 2Q Lead Generation Strategies, where we help real estate agents generate more leads for their business by teaching them a marketing system using Facebook as a way of generating more leads. So today what we're going to be talking about is knowing exactly how many leads you're going to need over the coming year and how to achieve that goal. So if you're brand new to the channel, thanks for being here. We appreciate it. Your support is always appreciated, and hopefully these videos are just adding more value and helping you grow your business. So with that, again, the topic for today, we're going to be talking about how to know exactly how many leads you're going to need over the coming year for you to achieve your goals. So again, the whole concept here is most agents are a little bit, for lack of a better term, they're a little naive about what it's going to take for them to achieve their goals. And so in today's training, what we want to do is we want to show you a way of knowing exactly how many you're going to need and what it's going to take for you to achieve those goals. So what I'm going to do is I am just going to share my screen real quick, and we are going to help you get this all done and figured out. So as you can see right here, if you don't have a marketing plan, then you are relying on hope marketing. And what I find over and over again as I talk with agents is that many of them are relying on hope marketing, meaning they hope that things work out. They hope they reach their goals. They hope they generate enough business. And I would tell you that if you are planning on hope marketing, if that's your marketing plan, then you're probably going to be like this guy, which means you're going to be getting run over and you're probably not going to be achieving your goals. So with that, let's get into knowing exactly how many leads you're going to need to achieve your goals. So the best way of doing this is just a little bit of simple math. And so what we do is we start with the end in mind and we just simply work backwards. So what we want to do is we want to start with the end, which is in the next 12 months, how much money do you want to make? So I'm going to do an example with this just so you can see a little bit of the math. So in this example, let's say I want to make $150,000 as an agent in the next year. Now, in order to figure out how many transactions it's going to take and therefore how many leads it's going to take, I need to know what I make per transaction. So our next step is figuring out what your average sales price is, and obviously depending on where you're at and real estate values in your area, this is going to be a little different. But for the example, I'm going to take $300,000 here where I live in Utah. That's a pretty common sales price. So I'm going to take $300,000 as the average sales price, and let's say I earn an average of 3% per commission. So at 3% per commission on a $300,000 sales price, I just multiply those two, so 300 times 3%. That means I'm averaging gross $9,000 per transaction. So that is my average gross commission per transaction, $9,000. And then it's just a little bit of simple math. I take the income goal that I want, and I'm going to divide by the average commission. So in this case, if I make $9,000 on average, I would take $150,000, which is my income goal. I would divide by 9,000, my average transaction, my average commission, and that comes out to 16.6. Now, what that means is I need to have 16.6 transactions in the coming 12 months for me to achieve that goal. Now, since I can't have 0.6 of a transaction, right, then I always round up. So even if you're at 0.1 or 0.2 by the time you've done your math, then you've still got to round up because it's going to take one more transaction to get you to that level. So no matter what it is, if it doesn't come out even, then you're going to need another transaction. So in this case, the 16.6 turns into 17. So what that tells me is in the coming 12 months, I need 17 transactions. So basically 1.5 transactions per month is what that's going to boil down to. Now that I know how many transactions it's going to take for me to achieve my goal, the next step is figuring out how many leads I'm going to need to get to that number of transactions. So hopefully this step makes sense. You're just figuring out what your goal is for the year. your average sales price, what your average, and then your commission rate, and then figuring out what your gross commission is, your average gross commission, and then we just divide that by your income goal. That tells us how many transactions we need. So that's just a quick summary of what we've done on this slide. So hopefully that math is pretty simple. It should be. And hopefully that makes sense to you. So with that, let's go on to the next step. Now, the next step is knowing how many, now that we know how many transactions it's going to take, now let's start planning and creating a plan for how many leads it's going to take to reach that goal. So in order to do that, what we need to know is we need to know what your conversion rate is. And when we talk about conversion rate, what we're talking about is the number of leads that you generate versus how many of those turn into a transaction. So when we're talking about leads, there's a lot of factors here. So you've got to be thinking about the number of people who come through an open house. Whether it turns into anything or not, that's still a lead. So you've got those people. You've got the people that call you off of a sign, the people that text you about a listing. I mean, again, when you think about the number of people you're actually in contact with, it's a lot, but very few of them turn into transactions. So with that in mind, most people think that their commission or that their conversion rate is about 3 to 5%. But the National Association of Realtors, they reported that the rate is closer to 0.4 to 1.2%. So if you want to keep it simple, they're basically saying that for most agents, statistically, their conversion rate of a lead is about 1%. Again, now a lot of you are looking at that thinking, well, that's really low. I'm a better closer than that. I'm better at conversions. And if that's the case, then so be it. But I would suspect that, again, if this is the average, some of you are better, some of you are worse. So you can come to whatever conclusion you want, but we just need to figure out a number for what the conversion rate is. So in the example that I'm going to use 2%. That you'll see here in just one second. So the math of this comes down to a couple simple steps. Number one is you're going to take the number of transactions. So you saw in the previous 2 slides ago that for my income goal, if I wanted to make 150,000, that I had to do 17 transactions to reach that level. Now, if I'm taking a 2% conversion rate, I'm just going to take the number of transactions, 17, that I need to reach my goal, and I'm going to divide by my conversion rate. So in this case, 0.02. So 2%, when you put that in a decimal equivalent, it's 0.02. So 17 divided by 0.02, that tells you how many leads you're going to need per year. And so in this case, that is 850 leads that I'm going to need over the next year to achieve my goal. Okay, sounds like a lot, but that's really the math of this. That's the reality of it. And so what a lot of people don't realize is they look at this and they say, wow, that's a lot of leads I'm going to need. And the answer is, yeah, it is. But the better question is, where are they coming from? We'll talk about that in a second. Now, 850 leads, that's kind of a big number. It's probably going to be hard for you to wrap your brain around that. So my recommendation is let's chip it down into something more manageable, which is how many leads are you going to need per week to reach that goal? So we just simply take that number and divide by 12. So in this case, 850 divided by 12, that tells me that I need 71 leads per month. So no matter what it is that I'm doing for marketing, whether I'm knocking on doors, whether I'm doing open houses, Facebook marketing, like many of you know, that's my specialty and that's what I'm good at. I need some kind of lead generation tool that's generating 71 leads per month. Now, some of you are buying leads, right? Buying leads from like Zillow or Realtor.com or any of those sources. And so if you're not reaching 71 leads per month, again, chances are you're probably not going to hit the levels that you want with your business. So the simple question is, what are you doing to generate that many leads per month? Are you already generating that? And if the answer is no, then again, this is where we need to have a plan to help you reach that. So again, one of the big benefits about Facebook marketing is that we can set up lead systems, right? We can set up lead generation campaigns to where things are constantly running and it's not taking your time to do it. We set up the post, we set up an ad. You can go watch all the other videos on my channel because that's pretty much what I talk about on the other videos in the channel. are different strategies and different ways of generating leads on Facebook. You can go check out all those other videos. I highly recommend it. But the point is if you're not generating that many leads per month, then you need to have a system in place to do that. The problem that I find with most agents is that they're not very strategic and not very thoughtful about how they go about generating 71 leads per month. For most of them, the solution is I'm going to go find a lead provider. I'm going to pay them a lot of money, and they're just going to do my marketing and lead generation for me. Now, that works to some extent, but it's super, super expensive. In most cases, for what you're paying per month to generate, sometimes it's not even 71 leads. I know a lot of agents that are paying like, $1,200, $1,500 a month, and they're getting about 30 leads a month for that. So when you start looking at the numbers, again, the benefit about Facebook marketing is that you can generate leads for a fraction of the cost. So you can take a lot of the information from those videos that I'm sharing with you, and you can go generate leads for about $3 to $5 per lead off of Facebook. So it's extremely inexpensive. It's a better way to do that, and you get to apply leverage because, like we've talked about, it's not taking your time. The other big mistake that I see a lot of agents make is when they see this number of, well, I need to generate 71 leads per month, their thoughts instantly go to, I need to generate new business. And what they're missing is that some of the best business and some of the easiest business they'll ever do will be people and relationships that they already have, right? And so the more that you can get leads coming in from warm relationships, people, past clients, sphere of influence, people that you already have a relationship with, your conversion rate with those people will be much, much higher, probably in the more like 40 to 50%. Again, just because of that relationship. So there is a strategy and approach to this, and this is where we start doing the business plan. At this point, you should know exactly, in your case, for the income goals that you have and for your and for you to generate enough leads to reach that, you should know exactly how many leads you're going to need to reach your goals. So now that you know that, let's start talking about the planning side of this. How do we create a marketing plan? So I'm going to show you a marketing plan that can scale to whatever your goals are. And again, my whole strategy is let me show you how to do this in less than an hour of your time per week. And so the first area is we want to market to your past clients and your sphere of influence. The past clients and sphere of influence will always be the best source of business. This is your lowest hanging fruit. They already know you. They're likely to use you again in the future, and they're likely to refer you, right? And so that's why we want to spend a lot of time marketing to these people. The problem that I find with most agents is when I talk to them and ask them what they're doing to market to their past clients, usually their response is nothing. Or if they are doing something, they're doing a newsletter. And again, don't get me wrong, it's better than nothing, but most people don't really value newsletters. Most people's perception of a newsletter is that it's really low quality. I'm not going to spend my time to look at it. And so again, it's better than nothing. At least you're getting your name out there and having some, FaceTime with them. But to a large extent, it's really not helping you get to that goal that you're looking for. So this is the first place that we always want to start, is marketing to past clients and sphere of influence. The great thing about Facebook specifically with this group of people, a lot of people don't know this, but you can take a spreadsheet of your past clients, your sphere of influence. You can upload that spreadsheet to Facebook and run ads directly to that group of people. And the beauty of it is they're none the wiser that you are targeting them specifically. From their point of view, as they're going through Facebook, they see an ad pop up that has your name on it, and they don't view it as a direct solicitation. They're like, oh, cool, Kevin's running some ads, right? And so this is one of the best ways of marketing to them in generating leads, is getting it from your past clients and sphere of influence. Now, like the statistic in the industry is that on average, people move every 7 to 10 years. That's kind of an industry statistic. Obviously, that's an average. For some people, it's more. Other people, it's less. But let's just take that as an example. So if let's say that you need 71 leads in a month, right? So if you know that, and we take the people move every 7 to 10 years, we just multiply 71 by 7. And that tells us that if you had a database of 497 past clients or sphere of influence, then there's a good chance that you could get all of that business, all of those leads directly from that one source. But if not, then we just need to expand and go to other things. So in that case, if that's what's going on, then the next place I usually tell people to go to is setting up a geographic farm on Facebook. The beauty of a geographic farm is we can hit the same people over and over again. And with those same people, it just builds up this trust to where people know you, they like you, they trust you, and again, people can see that that you are the real estate expert for that community. Now, I'm going to put a link up here to a video that has the farming strategy. So if you want to go check out the details of how to market to a farm, watch that video. It'll show you exactly how to set it up. So that's another place. And again, the beauty of this is it's just repetition marketing. People see you over and over again. Facebook makes it very simple because we can save that audience and run ads to them with one click. And it also is extremely inexpensive. Most of my clients are spending about $1.50, $2 per day to market to these same people over and over and over again. So that is the second one, is marketing to a geographic farm. The third one is they are using Facebook as a tool to generate new leads from a cold audience. So this is where you're generating leads for about $3 to $5. Again, if you watch almost any of the videos on this channel, this is primarily what I talk about because it's what people want to know, is how to generate new business from Facebook, from people that you don't know. And so again, you can go watch all those videos. There's tons of information about lead templates and the ads and all the follow-up materials and everything you're going to need for that. The fourth area is retargeting. So retargeting, if you're unfamiliar with that term, what it is you're going back and showing ads to people based on some kind of prior behavior. So with that, the beauty of it is that if somebody has clicked on an ad, or they've sent you a message, or they've liked your page, or whatever, been to your website, any of those things, we can target people based on those prior behaviors. So I know if they've watched a video, or if they've been to your website, or if they've clicked on an ad, or any of these other things, I know that they're a better prospect than most because they've already engaged with you at some level. And so if that's the case, then the beauty of this is you can run ads to those people, and this becomes more about lead conversion than it does about lead generation. And so this is one way that you can convert more leads, is by retargeting them and showing them another ad. So as an example, if they responded to an ad for a property in, I don't know, say Dallas, Texas, then you know instantly that just by the mere fact that they clicked on it, that they were interested, that they're looking at homes in Dallas, right? So it might make sense to run another ad showing them a list of homes in Dallas, or another home in Dallas, or whatever the case is. But you know that they're likely going to be interested in that based on their prior behavior. So again, retargeting is a very powerful way. And then the fifth and final area is lead conversion. So primarily, agents have two problems when it comes to growing their business. Problem number one is they don't generate enough leads. So the four areas that we've talked about will definitely help you fix that problem. Once you fix the lead generation problem, the second problem that most agents run into is a lead conversion problem. And so there is a lead conversion strategy. Again, you can go watch videos on my channel, talk about lead conversion process and ways that we, the strategy behind that and the way that we address it. So again, this is the marketing plan, knowing exactly where the leads are going to come from. Basically, we want as many leads coming from your warm leads as possible, your sphere of influence, your past clients, right? Those are your best, warmest leads. And then we just keep going down the list until we get to a point where we're generating enough leads to help you reach that goal. Now, a lot of agents, they have no idea how to do this, and that's what our services are all about. So if you would like to know more about how to generate more leads for your business, down in the description below, I'm going to leave a link where you can schedule a free consultation with me, and I'm going to show you exactly how to build a strategy for your business, show you exactly how to do this, how to set it up on Facebook, and show you how you're going to be generating all the leads that you need. So if you want, click the link down below. You can schedule a time. It'll automatically take you to my online calendar. We can schedule a time, and I'll show you how to do that. So that is today's video on knowing exactly how many leads you're going to need in the coming 12 months and how to set up a plan to help you achieve those goals. So also down in the comments below, I'm going to leave a link for our free online course that'll show you some of these strategies in detail. So if you want to learn more about some of these, just click that link down below. You can get our free course. It'll walk you through examples of all of these and show you how to do that. Also, if you've liked this video, found it helpful, give us a like. That always helps us. Also, make sure you subscribe. So hit the subscribe button. Make sure you click on the little bell notification. That will notify you every time we upload a brand new video, so that you can jump on it and get the edge over your competitors. As always, we thank you for your support. Appreciate you being here. If you have questions, leave a comment down below, and happy to answer those. Otherwise, let's make 2019 the best year of your career. We are here to help you and support you in that process, and that is what we do here. So Kevin Smullin signing off. We'll see you next time, and make it a great week. Take care.